Did you ever think that still masturbating in your 70s or 80s could come with surprises you might not be ready to face? If you're a man between 70 and 80 and you saw the title of this video, let me say this as directly as possible: this message is for you. You might have heard people say age is just a number. And maybe you've even thought that taking care of your own needs keeps you young. But the truth is, what happens behind closed doors can reveal more about your body, mind, and spirit than most people realize. Today, we're diving into 5 unexpected things that every older man should know if he's still masturbating at this stage of life. Some of these may surprise you, and some might make you think twice. From the way your body responds to changes in your confidence, to how this one simple act can quietly affect your health, each sign is a window into your deeper well-being. If you've ever wondered whether your habits are helping you or quietly telling you something important, this is the video you need to see. Stay with me until the end, because as we go through these, you may realize that what you thought was a private matter is actually a clue to your future health and happiness. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Unexpected effects on heart health. When you think about the habits that impact your heart, you probably imagine things like diet, exercise, or stress. Rarely do men in their 70s or 80s stop to consider that something as private as masturbation could quietly offer clues about cardiovascular health. Yet, emerging research suggests that your body's response during and after self-pleasure is closely tied to the health of your heart and blood vessels. This connection is far more significant than most older adults realize. Every time you become aroused, your heart rate increases, your blood pressure rises, and your circulatory system is put through a mini workout. For some men, this is just a gentle nudge, a reminder that their heart is still capable of responding to stimulation. But for others, it can reveal warning signs that should not be ignored. If you find that you are often short of breath, unusually fatigued, or experience palpitations after masturbating, these could be your body's early alerts that your cardiovascular system needs extra attention. Many doctors now consider music, changes in sexual function to be one of the earliest indicators of underlying heart disease. The reason is simple: the small blood vessels involved in arousal are among the first to show signs of wear and tear from high blood pressure, cholesterol, or even diabetes. If you notice that your erections are weaker or less frequent, or that it takes longer to reach orgasm, it's more than just a normal part of aging. It's your body giving you feedback about your vascular health. It's important, too, to recognize the difference between healthy curiosity and pushing yourself past your comfort zone. If you find yourself trying to recapture the energy and stamina of your younger years, remember the goal isn't to compete with your old self. Instead, it's to appreciate what your body can still do while being mindful of its limitations. Pride and stubbornness have their place, but so does wisdom. Let your body set the pace, and let your heart signals guide your decisions. Your heart has served you for decades, carrying you through love, loss, joy, and pain. Listening to music, it, literally and figuratively, may be the most important thing you do for your future. Whether it's a little flutter, a skipped beat, or simply a new sensation that catches you off guard, don't dismiss what your body tells you. It could be the first step in protecting your health and ensuring you continue to enjoy life's pleasures for years to come. Number 2. Emotional and psychological effects. The experience of self-pleasure in your later years is not only a physical act, it's woven deeply into your emotional and psychological well-being. For some men, continuing this habit can be a quiet source of comfort, a ritual that brings a sense of normalcy and control. For others, it can stir up unexpected feelings, regret, sadness, or even a strange sense of loss for what once was. You might find yourself reflecting on memories of youth, past relationships, or a time when life felt a little more vibrant and spontaneous. It's not uncommon for men in their 70s or 80s to grapple with questions of identity as they age. You may wonder, am I still the man I used to be? When the body changes, the mind often follows, and private moments can bring up worries you'd rather not voice out loud. Are you trying to prove something to yourself, or are you simply honoring a part of yourself that refuses to fade away? These questions are natural, music, and the answers are different for every man. What matters most is how you interpret and respond to these feelings. If the act brings comfort and peace, that's a testament to your capacity for self-soothing and self-care. But if it leaves you feeling empty or regretful, it might be time to ask yourself what your heart is truly craving. Is it connection? Is it reassurance that you still matter, that you're still alive in ways that count? Or is it simply a way of marking the passage of time, a small act of defiance against the years? Aging doesn't mean you stop needing connection, touch, or comfort. In fact, these needs can become more poignant as the years go by. Be gentle with yourself, and don't let shame or fear cloud your judgment. This is your life, your story, and you have every right to seek moments of joy and relief, whatever form they take. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good, music, content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, changes in your physical response. As a man in your 70s or 80s, you've probably noticed that your body doesn't react quite the way it did when you were younger. It's one of the first signals that time is quietly making its presence known, whether you like it or not. For many men, the act of masturbation becomes a kind of check-in, a private test of how well the engine is running. But let's be honest, the changes you experience are not just in your head. They're biological, and they are perfectly normal. For starters, the physical response is often slower and less predictable. It can take longer to become aroused, and even when you do, the experience itself might feel less intense or, at times, almost mechanical. The body's natural production of testosterone begins to taper off, leading to subtle but real shifts in both desire and sensitivity. This isn't something to feel embarrassed about. Instead, it's a reminder of just how remarkable your body's journey has been. Every line on your hand, every change in your pulse, is proof that you've lived through decades of triumphs, struggles, and transformation. The truth is, what happens in these private moments is often a direct reflection of your overall health. Many doctors now see sexual function as a window into the heart, the blood vessels, and the entire circulatory system. If you notice that things aren't working quite as smoothly as they used to, if you need more time, more patience, or even more imagination, that's not a failure on your part. It's your body's way of whispering, music, pay attention to me. Take care of me. It could mean your heart needs a little more care, your blood pressure needs checking, or you might want to rethink what you eat and how, music, often you move. But don't mistake these changes as signs that you're losing your manhood. You might be surprised to learn that your nightly routines, especially when it comes to self-pleasure, can quietly affect your sleep patterns and overall mood in ways you didn't expect. Many older men find themselves up late, wrestling with restlessness or even anxiety. Some may use masturbation as a way to wind down, hoping it will help them fall asleep. But the results are not always as predictable as you'd hope. For some men, especially those in their 70s or 80s, masturbation before bed might initially bring a sense of relaxation, almost like a familiar lullaby from years past. It's true that an orgasm can release certain chemicals, endorphins, dopamine, and oxytocin, that help you feel calm or even a little drowsy. But here's the catch: as you age, your body's chemistry shifts, and what once worked as a sleep aid may start to have the opposite effect. Some men report feeling more awake, music, more sensitive, or even a little edgy after the fact, unable to settle down as easily as they once did. The relationship between arousal, climax, and the body's natural sleep cycle is more complicated than most people realize. Aging changes how your nervous system responds to stimulation. While your intentions might be to quiet your mind and drift into sleep, your body could end up sending mixed signals. You might find yourself staring at the ceiling, replaying memories, or noticing an odd burst of energy just when you thought you'd be drifting off. What's more, your mood the next day can be influenced by your nighttime habits in ways you may not expect. For some, a private moment brings relief and peace, making it easier to face the challenges of another day. But for others, especially if the experience was unsatisfying or left you feeling physically depleted, music. You might notice a lingering sense of fatigue or irritability. Your emotional resilience might feel a bit thinner, your patience a bit shorter. It's also worth considering the role of routine and expectation. When you've relied on a certain habit for comfort or sleep for decades, it's natural to feel unsettled if it suddenly stops working as it once, music, did. You might catch yourself wondering, is there something wrong with me? The answer is almost always no. Your body is simply adapting, and so must your strategies for rest and relaxation. Music. If you're finding that your usual routines aren't helping you sleep, it may be time to explore new approaches. Consider gentle stretching, meditation, or a calming cup of herbal tea before bed. Pay attention to how your body feels and adjust your habits accordingly. Remember, the goal isn't just to sleep. It's to wake up feeling rested and ready for the day ahead. And if you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, music. Please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5, the quiet influence on self-image and relationships. One of the most overlooked effects of continuing to masturbate in your 70s or 80s is how it can quietly shape the way you see yourself and even how you relate to others, especially those closest to you. Aging brings with it a lifetime of experiences, from the pride of overcoming hardships to the humility of facing your own limitations. When it comes to private matters like self-pleasure, these deeper layers of self-image are often stirred up in unexpected ways. Some men discover that continuing this habit helps them hold on to a sense of youthfulness, independence, and even rebellion against the stereotypes of what it means to be old. There's a certain pride in knowing that you still have desires and that you can still respond to them, even if your body's different than it was decades ago. This can foster a kind of quiet confidence, a belief that life isn't done surprising you just yet. But on the flip side, for many, these moments alone can also bring feelings of isolation or even a subtle disconnect from a spouse or partner. Music. It's not uncommon to wonder, should I still be doing this, or what does this say about my marriage, my masculinity, or my place in the world? Music. You might find yourself wrestling with guilt, secrecy, or the simple longing for the kind of closeness that is harder to find as you get older. It's important to remember that self-image is shaped by more than just physical changes. It's built on the stories you tell yourself about what it means to age, to desire, to seek comfort in your own skin. If you find that your private habits are leaving you with questions, consider having an honest conversation with yourself or even with a trusted friend or partner. You might be surprised at how many people share your thoughts, even if they never say them out loud. When it comes to relationships, being open, if only with yourself, can be a powerful way to reclaim a sense of wholeness. It allows you to see your needs as natural, your choices as valid, and your journey as uniquely your own. This kind of acceptance doesn't just make you feel better in the moment. It can ripple outward, improving how you interact with loved ones, how you handle conflict, and even how you walk through the world. The older you get, the more you realize that the lines between shame and pride, between secrecy and honesty, are not always clear. What matters most is finding peace with your own story, whatever it may look like. In the end, the relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for every other connection in your life. Treat it with care, patience, and the kind of wisdom that only comes from a life fully lived. Final thoughts. As we bring this conversation to a close, I hope you've taken a moment to reflect on these 5 surprising truths about self-pleasure in your 70s and 80s. Maybe you recognized yourself in one of these signs. Or maybe you saw a new perspective you hadn't considered before. The most important lesson I want to leave you with is this: aging doesn't diminish your worth, your needs, or your capacity for growth. It simply invites you to meet yourself with honesty, acceptance, and a willingness to adapt. We all carry stories about our bodies, our habits, our music, relationships, and our private struggles. What matters isn't whether you match some ideal or keep up with the man you once were. What matters is that you listen to your body, honor your emotions, and care for your health in ways that feel true to you. Every wrinkle, every new challenge, every quiet victory is proof that you're still here, still learning, still alive. Don't let shame or silence keep you from seeking joy, comfort, or support. Talk to someone you trust if you need reassurance. Remember, you're never as alone as you think. The wisdom you've earned from decades of living is your greatest resource. Let it guide you, not just in private moments, music, but in every area of your life. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Music, your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.